Hey guys! So I'm not dead, which I know might come as a surprise to some of you since I have been off the radar for like 2 weeks. But I was just really sick, like really awful. I had conjunctivitis in both eyes, so I looked like a vampire. It was terrible. So I'm mostly better now, except I'm still congested, so I cannot really hear anything other than myself. But that's okay, because I can still make a video. So we're really behind, but that's okay. So what I decided to do today, since I don't want this to turn into like a 20-minute video, is I'm just gonna be really brief, and just try and slam a couple of videos together. So the first one that I missed was a Saturday, which are our Success Saturdays. And in the time since I was sick, I saw somebody post something on Facebook, and it wasn't a Tastefully Simple consultant, but she mentioned instead of accessorizing, she called it successorizing. And what she meant was how when you show up, whether it's to a job or to a party or just going out with friends or people that you kind of know but maybe not really, what you look like makes a huge impact on what they're thinking. First impressions are massive, especially in our business. So you need to successorize. You need to make sure that you are putting off a vibe that says, hey, I really want to have a party with that person. Or, hey, they look really professional. And that can be different things to different people. I mean, personally, like what I'm wearing today, which is just this like simple shirt, I might wear it to a party, but I would probably wear like dress pants with it or something like that. I usually go a little snazzier when I do parties. But that's just me. Sometimes people choose not to, and it works well with their clients. So it all depends on you. Just make sure when you look in a mirror, you would hire yourself. So that actually kind of falls into the Tip Tuesday aspect that I also missed. But when I was at the doctor, I stole a page out of a magazine because I'm a bad person. And it was from an Oprah magazine, and it's an article from Dr. Phil, who I don't really like. I'm sorry, I'm not a fan of Dr. Phil, but this article says you have to name it to claim it. And the whole article is basically about how you're going to be really ineffective and unsuccessful if you don't name what you really want. And sometimes it takes a little digging, because if you say, well, I want to go on vacation with my family. Well, why? Is it because you don't spend enough time with them? Is it because you're never financially able to do so? There might be a couple of layers there. But there's one thing he says. It says, the most you will ever get is what you ask for, so be bold enough to reach for what's truly important to you. And I think that that is really good advice. Because if you're not willing to try, nobody else is going to try for you. So make the effort. Excuse me. Okay. So for Success Saturday, I do have another video that I want you guys to watch. And usually I just ask for your feedback. This one's a little bit different. You're going to need a partner. Now, the most effective way to do this would be to meet up with somebody else from this page. However, it does not have to be a consultant. It can be anybody that you want, but it has to be somebody you don't know very well. It could be a host or a client or just somebody you haven't seen in a few years, just somebody that you don't know very well. If you can do this with a complete stranger, I'm going to give you so many extra brownie points because that would be ideal. But most of you probably aren't going to want to do that. So that's okay. Just find somebody you're not that well acquainted with. Invite them out for coffee, watch the video, and make a list of questions that you see on the video so that you can ask each other when you go out for your coffee or hot chocolate or whatever. And if you think of more questions, feel free to list them below so that other people can take your ideas as well. And since I'm asking for proof that people are doing this, I want a picture of you and whoever you go out with. Just a picture of you guys sitting at the table or just together, whatever. You don't need to videotape yourself asking the questions or anything. I just want to see a picture. And I will be doing this too. So expect my picture as well. And since it's kind of the middle of the week, it's Monday, and I usually give you guys a full week. You have until Monday. If you get it done by Saturday, that's great. I am going to post another video Saturday, and I should be posting one tomorrow as well and try to get back on track now that I don't feel like a giant pile of you know what. But that's it. I'm sorry I was gone so long. You guys are awesome. I got songs and pictures and posts, and I felt like a famous person who got sick and went to the hospital instead of just laying in my bed like a really lazy person watching Supernatural and Doctor Who. So you guys are awesome. Thank you so much, and have fun.